This is a reading for Rhys, and I'm going to use the Celtic Tarot. It's a lovely oversized deck, very colorful, beautiful images, and it's quite receptive. The questions are future position in employment, possible romance, love, and in general. So, let's begin. Okay, this is the first card, and that represents you, and that is the Nine of Swords. The card that represents your past foundation is the Five of Cups, an emotional card. This is your recent past. It is the King of Swords. Your current situation is the Star. The near future card for you is the Two of Cups, another emotional card. This is the card that represents you and what you think of yourself, and it is the Five of Coins. How you feel about your environment, your work, people you are around. This card represents the people you know and your family and friends, and what they think of you and your environment. This is a reversed Four of Cups. This is your goal card, and it is the reversed King of Coins. This is your outcome card, and it is the Page of Cups. When following along this path, if no changes are made, that is the outcome card, and I'll explain to you what you can expect. Okay, about you, the Nine of Swords, it shows some burdens, biding your time, things that you want, things that you're in a hurry to accomplish. Your nature is a forever moving forward. You want to get something and you want it now. You don't have a lot of patience to wait for things to happen, although you do exercise patience. It's not what you prefer. It's more like instant gratification. That's your preference. The card that represents your past foundation, which is the Five of Cups. Again, I said that's an emotional card. And the Five of Cups represents some regret, some losses. You've sought alternatives when you're making plans. If it doesn't look like it's going to fulfill your needs, you're the kind of person that will set that aside and make a new plan and not start at the beginning, but from wherever you're at, you just take a different direction. It's a good, positive thing. It means that you're looking at the big picture. You're a big picture kind of person, and you foresee possibilities, which is great. As that represents your past, your foundation, I would say as you were growing up, more than likely you were encouraged to do a lot of things, but left on your own to complete them. So it was kind of a trial by error. Your family wanted you to learn, have your own experiences, and learn by your mistakes, which is a good thing. Some people prefer nurturing, but I think that that's the way that children learn best, is by experience, and it never hurts to learn by mistake, because the next time you know what to look for and how to handle things properly. For you, it was part of your growing experience that you've taken with you now, and so that's part of how you're a big picture person. You foresee problems, you foresee the way that you need to go to resolve an issue. Leaders do that. People who are very capable do that. Go-getters. At a young age, you would be the kind of person who would start out and be successful right away in whatever area you started in, and you have a pride in yourself that people see. And so for them, when they're dealing with you, they know that what you say you mean, and what you plan to do, you will do. It's very beneficial in the business world, especially in management type positions. When you start a lower job and you're trying to go up, there are steps that you have to take along the way, but sometimes when you show that positive, forward-thinking attitude, you jump a step. And from what I can see in this, that is probably the direction you've taken in your life, is management type position, where you have control and you delegate to others what needs to be done, but at the same time, I feel that you are somewhat youthful, and so you still have to follow guidelines that are dictated to you by someone in a higher position, which is what you are looking to attain. Keep at it. It's looking very positive from what I can see here. Your recent past, which is the King of Swords, that relates to authenticity or original ideas, where you probably have made suggestions for improvements, and this would be more than likely in your career. From what I can see here, looking at the Nine of Swords, which means that you have a broad range, that you've probably taken a position in a company that is expansive and extensive, where not just where you're at right now could you move up, but there are other opportunities if you're willing to move, and if they foresee your strong capabilities. So in the employment area, your foundation in your recent past has a proven point. You do what you say. That's been noted. Promotion, yes. Further promotion, yes. A management position, yes. Maybe given a little time. Sometimes youth has a way of slowing that down a bit, just because there are other people in control who don't want to, release their hand in things. But you're of a nature and of a background and of a positive spirit that shows you're quite capable of taking on large, extensive responsibilities. If you're in a career in a field where you have to manage a large building, and that's what I foresee you doing, is there's a lot of things going on. There are people involved, staff, very extensive staff, as a matter of fact, in varied positions, and it's based around strong customer service and repeat customer service, and generally serving. But your position is not so much serving as it is in directing, which is great. That fits your nature. This is the kind of personality that's good at in a field where you're working in a business that's expanding or has expanded and has various locations, and is a well-known quality place. You, from what I can see here, have a fondness for being exceptionally presentable. You show yourself as very professional, and you're very proud of that. People see that in you. They see it as being your ability to impress and to show your strength of character, and people will look up to you for that. It's a great positive thing in any career. I see you working in business management over services of some sort. I don't want to say travel, but something having to do with travel, or people coming in and you're taking care of their needs while they're traveling, that sort of thing. Not like airline, but like maybe special services, 5-star kind of thing, where people come in and they're expecting the best. That's where I see you coming from and going through. Now, your current situation, which is the star is a sign of inspiration, your talents, and you have like a horizon of visions. You want to see things changed and improved, because you have very high quality tastes. I would see you as a person who buys the best of everything, especially for your appearance. Top quality clothes, that sort of thing. You always are a very classic dresser, and that's part of your persona, part of how you show yourself to the world, and part of the impression that you want people to see from you. And what I'm looking at here, along with you, where other people see you, that's a strength they see in you. You're very tasteful, and also you're kind of in touch with fashion, I guess. I see some bits of you're in touch with your feminine side, and so you see beauty and you see dynamic. So those things appeal to you. And it's kind of unusual to have somebody, from what I can see here, who is both feminine and masculine. You know the strengths that are required of doing a top management kind of job, but at the same time you're very sensitive, feeling, emotional, and you have a lot of love to share, which is great. Your friends, I'm sure, from what I can see here, feel the strength of your bond with them. So your friends are very, very close to you, and in return, you're very close to them too. There's a lot of loving relationships, and some long-term. Some people come to you right up front, and they just recognize in you that power of friendship, and you can make instant friends quite easily. But you are soft-spoken, and you're courteous. You are a careful thinker, so you don't just say what pops into your mind, but you say the appropriate things, which is a commendable thing. Your upcoming future, and this right here is the Two of Cups. Again, another emotional card. There's a lot of emotional cards in your reading, and that's where I can see that you do have that quality about you, and that you are able to relate to both female and male very closely and in intimate relationships. So it's a great quality, and something that a lot of people envy. The Two of Cups itself, that represents beginnings of friendship and love and an agreement among new people. It could mean that something is coming into your life, or that you've seen somebody, met somebody who appeals directly to you because they have the same qualities you do, or they have more of a strength in areas that you don't, that you are attracted to. And of course they're attracted to you too, although nothing yet has come of it other than just the initial base meeting, I guess is what it is. Because I would say this is, if a relationship is coming into being for you, it's one that has just turned the corner. You've had relationships in the past, some good, some bad, a lot of bonding and some pain when those bonds were broken. I can see that here and the changes that have gone on for you. And startlingly, I see royalty in your family. That's an unusual thing, but I don't know if it's something you know about, and it's a past experience. I can even see that there may have been, how do I want to say this, undocumented things in a family relationship, but there's royalty in your line. It goes back a ways, and there may still be some that you know of that are maybe distant, but still there. Well, that's interesting. How you feel about yourself is, like I was talking about earlier, the Five of Coins. Let's see, how do I want to say that? The Five of Coins is, well, it can be destructive, and it can be lonely sometimes. You may spend too much time or too much money sometimes on the things that you really, really want, because they improve your appearance, your lifestyle, the way you see yourself, and the way you want others to see you. I'm not saying it's destructive in that it's going to destroy your life. I'm just saying that there are things that maybe you needed to get done, or that you'd plan on getting done, but you indulged yourself. And you like to indulge yourself, and that's not bad. It's in your nature. It's part of what makes you a social climber too, and in the career area, it's the positive thing that makes you noticed. Also, it's probably something that's in your blood. If I can see from your royal history, that is, that's something that goes in a nature where people are powerful, they see what they want, and they take it. In your case, you're sensitive enough that you don't just take things, you're very careful about them. If you are climbing up and reaching out for something you want, you typically are careful not to hurt anyone because you're very sensitive yourself and you're sensitive to other people's feelings. So, but you still get there. You still reach out for it, and you still make great strides to get where you're going. Now, the Four of Cups, which is reversed, and this is another emotional card for you. It has to do with friends, family, that sort of thing. The Four of Cups is, it's kind of weariness sometimes. People who see you and maybe envy what you have. I don't know if you speak a lot about what you have, or you show a lot about what you have. You're very proud of what you do have, or what you've earned, worked for, gained in all your efforts. Sometimes people who are a little bit envious of that do feel a little weariness in learning about what you have recently acquired, or what you're wearing, maybe because they can't attain the same thing. But those that are close enough to you don't see it that way because they understand you. And a lot of them are the same as you. You try and run around in the same kind of crowd that your status actually equals. So, you know, if somebody out there is wearing designer clothes and you're wearing designer clothes, that's the person you're going to be with when you're going out partying. And from what I see here, you're probably a partier. Not bad. That's great. Enjoy your youth. You only get it one time, and you're at a perfect age where you have the energy to do more than one thing and still maintain your lifestyle. You can work, you can play, you can follow your accomplishments through on limited sleep, But the story is right now is that inside you're strong enough and young enough that the youth you have, you can just go with the flow and do pretty much what you want. Hang out with the guys, have a great time, meet new people, enjoy yourself. Enjoy your sensitivity too. Share that, and with your friends, your close friends. Open up to them, come out and give that close bond to them too, like they will give back to you. It's a very good positive card, but you just have to remember there are enviers out there, and that's going to happen anywhere. But in your case, it might be a little bit more particular because you're kind of a flashy guy. And that just goes with your lifestyle, what the things you like, the things you want, where you want to go, who you want to be. So it's positive for the most part. Your goal card, which is the reversed King of Coins. Now that's kind of interesting. It does show a trustworthiness and steadfast leadership in you. But it also shows that you do have a little bit of problem occasionally where you have to step back, look at what's going on, rethink the situation, and pass judgment. That's a difficult thing to do. It's something that takes years to learn, and since you're going places and doing things rather well, you're apparently learning it. So just keep that in mind, that you want to be steadfast. Your goal is to be a leader, to be trustworthy, and if you stay on that path and keep doing what you're doing now, you definitely will get that top management position or the manager of the business at either a location where you're at now, and if that doesn't work out, look to other related locations. If you show them who you are, keep that up. They'll find a place for you where you can move up. I don't know if there's a promotion coming up that you're in particular looking for. This looks like there's a strong possibility, but I don't see anything that says it's set in stone. So I don't know who your competition is, but just keep your options open, and there may be another top business that you're in that you could always move to. Just because you have the capability and you've proven yourself to this point. And it never hurts sometimes to look around at someplace else. From what I can see, you're probably very satisfied with where you're at. With the career that you have now, the work that you're in, who you're working for is very satisfactory. So this is great. For you, it's all looking exceptionally well. Minor thing in the romantic area, that's something that may be coming up. You could be involved right now or not involved. I'm not certain because I can't really see that place with you in this card reading. But if you're not involved, then just be open for this relationship, and you watch for it. You'll recognize it when you see it. The Page of Cups, of course, that's a seriousness. It has to do with the arts and, persons who meditate on things they want. So it is an emotional card, and it is a outcome that shows that as long as you stay with what you're doing, as long as I don't know if you are a religious person or not, but if it's in your soul to be thankful for what you've accomplished so far, hang on to that and use it as your base, because this is a card of grace, meaning that by all of your efforts and your brilliance, essentially, you have come to this point in your life where you can move up. If opportunity opens up to you, you can show yourself, and you probably will get that promotion to the upper management position you want. But you still need to be strong in who you are and thankful in what you have. That's part of your nature as well. So I'd say pat yourself on the back as well. Good job done. worked hard for it. If you accomplish it, you deserved it. This is what I see right now. It all looks really positive. This is probably over the next 2 to 6 months. So whatever plans you have, I would go for them. The direction that you've taken and where you're at right now says yes. The position's out there for you. And any romantic meeting you might have is going to be a meeting at the mines and possibly a bonding. So good luck. I hope this helps you.